So it's the inbox collector here, and everything lighting wise has been turned to green because today I am reviewing the Mutant X series of action figures 2001 by Toybiz, and I am starting off with a very controversial figure, or was just up until a few months ago when Hasbro tried to include her in the Engine of Greed. Of course, this isn't that exact one. This is the original Toybiz one, and I guess it makes it pretty rare because up to now they haven't released that Goblin Queen figure, but they will. It's just a matter of time. So here she is, the original Goblin Queen, if you like, from 2001. A really cool figure, and I love the fact they added cards back with these like they did with the original X-Men. The cards are of the characters, which is kind of cool, so there's no randomness to it. And you get that X stand there, but in green, which is from last week's video. I showed you the Generation X, they all had red stands. This one comes with a green one. I love all the artwork on the box. I'm not a massive fan of the face sculpt. I think they could have done a better job there. It definitely isn't the best, but this cool, all this sort of detailing down the arms and in the body. But when you compare the face sculpt to the artwork on the box, there's a massive difference. There's no comparison. The artwork is far better than the actual finished sculpt. But hey, this was the I would say old school Toybiz at the time. There is a massive write-up on the back, which you're more than happy to pause the screen if you want to and please yourself and read this. It's a lot of a huge write-up that I'm not going to take the time to read now. Love the artwork on the back as well. A great set of figures. I have got some recently sold prices, so I'll be popping them up on screen throughout the video. So yeah, that being the first one, the Goblin Queen. The next one being Warrington III. Yes. Not known as Archangel in this though, he's known as the Fallen, which is really cool. I actually tried looking for my original one, and there's so many figures here I couldn't lay my hands on it, but in comparison they are massively different. They are completely different to each other. This is really cool, this artwork. He's got some great big wings that really make the figure a lot bigger when you take it out of the box. Of course, this one is sealed, but yeah, really cool, really good artwork, a really nice figure. Yeah, the Fallen. Good artwork on the back. Here's a recent sold price that I found just recently, so I'll pop that up on screen now. I couldn't find one of the Goblin Queen, but I did for all the others. Check this out. I love the fact on the back where we've got the figures. Whoever was like given the job to sort of do this did such a good job with that background. And I always admire people that make these really cool dioramas. I know my good friend Tuggernaut has a diorama and everything. It's just so cool. You know, he's got friends that do it for him, but they're fantastic. I'd love to have a diorama myself. Next, we've got Havoc. And he is actually really detailed. The face sculpt's really good. I'll try and get in on that. It's just a really cool figure. Lots of cool details. I think it's a really cool costume. Yes, Havoc, who wakes up in another dimension, if I'm not mistaken, and replaces whoever was from that dimension. I love the card in there with the artwork on. Just really cool. They're a great set of figures. They're all part of the 6, if I remember rightly. And he is nothing like the Havoc we've got over here. And of course, we never got the Toybiz Havoc. There was a design for it and everything, as we know from previous videos I've done. But we never got that version of Havoc in the sort of Toybiz 5-inch form. It never happened. We did later on get it in the Legend, like I've got on the shelf there. There's the write-up, guys, if you want to read it. And a recent sold price of him should be on your screen now, because I did take the time to have a look. Last but not least, it's Storm. Well, it's not kind of Storm, it's like Storm. She's called Bloodstorm. It's Storm with vampire abilities and powers. She can turn into mist, all that sort of stuff, and basically can summon sort of evil creatures and things. There she is, the artwork on the side. Now what I love is, she's showing us her bra there. That's not what I love. The hair's really cool. They've got that down, and I love the jacket. The jacket is really cool. Soft cloth. But then they kind of let it down when it gets down to the sort of the boots area. They haven't done a very good job there. I'll try and show you. The boots are a bit just meh. But you know, this is Toybiz back in the day. This is what you get. You know, they were more simplistic. This is of course pre-Legends, but still it's really cool to have her in this series of figures. Here is a recent in fact, if you do the read first, and I'll stick the recent price somewhere where it doesn't stop, you'll have to pause it for that. Let's take one more look at them again. It's a really cool set of action figures. I actually really like the fact they got Storm's eyes painted in red in there. We've got Havoc, we've got the Fallen, and we've got the Goblin Queen. I'll get a close-up because I didn't really do that. I'll get a close-up of Storm's eyes there, and you can see she's got those like vampire teeth because she is a vampire. If you've enjoyed this today, guys, please hit that like, hit that subscribe, and turn on notifications. I think for what they are, they're a really good set of figures, and a set you don't see all too often. 2001, so it was quite late on for these figures, and you'd think there'd be more about than what I actually see. They're a really good set, and I don't think they're too overpriced. You can pick these up sometimes as a bundle for probably less than if you were to buy them singly, as always. But I shouldn't have mentioned Vampire because now Blade has turned up and all things are kicking off. So thanks for watching, guys. Good luck searching for that toy gold.